What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be doing my third mock draft of 2024. Now, this will be round 1 to round 5. Next week, we will do round 1 to round 6. Also, this is not what I would do. This is just currently the feeling I have for what I think the Colts are going to do. If I was in the war room, what I would do is a little bit different than what Chris Ballard in the front office would do. So I just want to make that clear. Now, before we get into it, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like the video, smack the like button, leave your thoughts and comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So that being said, let's get into it. We're going to start off with round 1. I am convinced at this very moment that the Colts are going to trade back. Somewhere in the early to mid 20s. I don't see a late 20s. I don't think they're going to trade with Buffalo unless Buffalo offers something that they just simply can't refuse. I think they're going to trade back, but it won't be more than 8 spots back from where they're currently at. I don't see them getting to 10 or more spots back from where they're currently at. And if they were to stay at 15, I do think they go offense, whether that would be a Brock Bowers or another receiver. But because they're going to trade back, I think they do go defense, more specifically secondary. So I have them taking Cooper DeJean from Iowa. So Cooper DeJean would fill that safety role. He would play next to Julian Blackmon. Very good safety, really good ball instincts. He can just find the football. He's good in the run game. So if you want to have him kind of like a disguise blitz type of scenarios, you can have him up there. And if the quarterback hands it off to whatever running back we'd be going up against, he's going to have a good shot bringing that running back down. He's good in multiple different coverages. He's good in zone. He's good in man press coverage. And he's a really good tackler as well. I think this would be a really good addition to this defense. Again, our secondary does need help, and he would definitely help out our secondary. I would prefer us to go with a veteran to go alongside Julian Blackmon. I just don't think that's going to happen. So I think they're going to go to the draft to get another safety, and that will be Cooper DeJean. He could play corner, but I do think he'll play safety for the Colts. So I have Cooper DeJean going in round 1. So now we're going to move on to round 2. I have the Colts going offense here. I think they go receiver. This is one of the best receiver classes in a long, long time. I believe some NFL scouts have said this is the best receiving class they've ever seen. So with that being said, I think the Colts go receiver here. I think they go with Malachi Corley from Western Kentucky. This is the yards after catch king. He is very shifty. I think Shane Steichen can have a lot of fun with Corley. I think he can put him in certain situations where he can thrive. And the thing about Corley is when he was at Western Kentucky, he wasn't like a deep threat or anything. He was hey, throw it to me behind the line of scrimmage. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get you 12 yards. He's just, I don't know. He can break tackles. He's a big receiver. Not the most athletic, but I don't think that really matters here. I think, again, Shane Steichen, very good when it comes to designing plays for the offense. I think he would have a ball designing plays for Malachi Corley. So I got the Colts going receiver, but more specifically because I think Xavier Leggett, and I'll someday get his last name right. I could listen to his last name 50 million times. I'm going to get it wrong. But I think he's going to be gone. So I think Malachi Corley is someone that they could really have a lot of fun with. So I have him going in round 2. So now we're going to move on to round 3. I think they go with defensive line here. More specifically, I think they're going to go with a defensive interior type of player. And I have them selecting Braden Fisk from Florida State. Braden Fisk, when he entered the transfer portal, I wanted Notre Dame to go after him. He was one of the guys I really wanted because he was a monster in college. But then, of course, he decides he's going to go to Florida State and has a really good year. Really, really good in run stops. He's really good against the run. He's also good against the pass as well. He's good at getting pressure on the quarterback. He had 6 sacks this past season, which is pretty good for a defensive interior guy for sure. Overall, I think he would just make our defensive line better. And yes, I know our depth is good. It's fine. But I think they're still going to address the defensive line. I think they go Braden Fisk. I think Braden Fisk would be a great addition to this defensive line. All right, so now we're going to move on to round 4. This is where I have the Colts taking Cam Hart. Now, I did in my last 2 mock drafts have him going in the 3rd round. However, I get a feeling he's actually going to fall to round 4, and this is where I think the Colts will take him. Cam Hart's a very good corner. He's good in multiple different coverages. He's a lockdown corner. He is big. He is athletic. He is quick. That is what Chris Ballard is looking for. Chris Ballard loves corners that are built the same way that Cam Hart is. I think he's a guy you take, you develop, and then you put him out there at some point, and he'll go out there and he'll thrive. He'll lock down the number 1 receiver, number 2 receiver, whatever you need him to do. He will lock that receiver down. So I think the Colts go Cam Hart here in round 4. Now we're going to go with round 5. It's my final pick, and for whatever reason, Chris Ballard loves taking linebackers on day 3, and I think he's going to do it again. And I was having a difficult time deciding what linebacker they would take, but I've come to the decision that they're going to go with Tommy Eichenberg from the Ohio State. So Tommy Eichenberg in 2022 was a tackling machine, 120 tackles. That is insane. Now, it did drop in 2023 to 80, but still 80 is quite a bit of tackles. He's still a tackling machine. He's good against the run game. He's pretty good in pass game as well. I don't know. The Colts, they just love taking linebackers day 3, developing them, and then putting them out there at some point, and they'll do a good job. I mean, for example, you look at Zaire Franklin, 7th round. Look at him now. They just love taking linebackers on day 3, and I think they'll take Eichenberg here. I think Eichenberg can develop and become a very good linebacker for the Colts. Guy that can definitely come off the bench or start when you need him to. So I think they're going to go with Tommy Eichenberg here in round 5. So let's go through my 5 picks once again. Round 1, Cooper DeJean. Round 2, Malachi Corley. Round 3, Braden Fisk. Round 4, Cam Hart. And then round 5, Tommy Eichenberg. And that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like the video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other 2 videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.